A Target 8 investigation has led to a potential breakthrough in the killing of a Kalamazoo teenager 34 years ago in Louisiana, the Bossier Doe case.
Earlier at 6, you heard from the woman who found the body. She told 24-Hour News 8 that her dad picked up Carol Ann Cole a month earlier. Tonight, she says, suppressed memories and fear of her father kept her quiet until tonight.
Target 8 investigator Ken Colker and photojournalist Ron Swanson are breaking this story in Bossier Parish. Ken?
Frances Aquan says her memories about her time with Carol Ann Cole started returning shortly after the woman was recently identified.
She's very sweet. Yeah. I remember her being sweet.
Now, 34 years later, after seeing a photograph of Carol Ann Cole, she told Target 8 she also remembers her face.
I saw her picture. It was like living a flashback all in 1 second.
That was the girl hitchhiking in Bossier Parish, she says.
She had a bag. I remember her having a bag, like a satchel, like a purse, hobo bag type.
She says her dad, John Chesson, stopped his pickup truck and that the girl slid in next to Frances, who was 13 at the time. The girl whose name she couldn't remember and who didn't talk much stayed for a short time in their mobile home. Frances says her mom was out of state at the time.
I do remember her staying in my bed with me for a couple of nights.
Then one day, as she recalls, when she came home from school, the girl was gone. She didn't think much more of it. It was a month later, in January 1981, that she and her brother found a girl's body in the woods not far from where they lived. Their dad had taken them out hunting that morning, something Frances says she had never done.
I had to go. I was made to go. He stopped and said, okay, well, y'all get out. I want y'all to walk this way, and I'm going to stay on the road and go this way. We weren't too far into the woods when we stumbled upon her.
A fully clothed skeleton, partially covered in leaves.
We panicked, not knowing what it was, screaming. Yeah. I'm still confused. Where's my dad? Looking back, he's still standing on the road looking at us.
Not acting surprised.
I believe he led us there to find her, to clear his conscience.
Police say she had been stabbed at least 9 times. When detectives came to talk to her dad, she says she was told to stay in her bedroom. She said she was afraid of him, that he had stabbed her in the back and once held a knife to her throat.
I was told not to speak of it, that I was even there by my dad. Stay in my room. You know, something bad could happen to me too. You know, so I never said anything. I never talked to anybody. I just kept my mouth closed and I kept it quiet.
She says the idea that the body could be the young hitchhiker never occurred to her.
I never put 2 and 2 together. I didn't. I never sat there at that time of when we found her. I didn't say, could it be?
That, she says, didn't happen until police identified Bossier Doe as Carol Ann Cole of Kalamazoo. Recently, she says detectives showed her crime scene pictures, including the murder weapon that had been left behind.
There was a knife there that I knew we kept on our counter in the kitchen. And I'm so just upset. It hurt because this man took this child's life, and he had no reason to.
Aquan says she hopes to attend the memorial service for Carol Ann. She says she wants a chance to speak with her family and apologize for not somehow saving her. As for her father, he is serving life in prison for stabbing an elderly woman to death in 1997. He has been identified as a person of interest in this case. Live in Bossier Parish, Ken Colker, 24-Hour News 8.
Ken, no surprise this has triggered emotions, having to relive all of this. Thank you for that live report tonight.